look at it. 951. 183.49. That's payroll.
That is accounts payable and payroll voucher is $782,937.67.
Those one more time, just make sure I got them right.
Mm-hmm.
You can check me. So we have payroll totaling $782,937.67.
Correct.
Claims totaling $1,951,783.49.
Correct. Sorry about that.
All right, thank you. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Andy? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. Next, we have review of monthly financial statements. Ms. Schaefer.
Mm-hmm. First, these are all included in your board packet, but first up is the financial snapshot. So we've hit that June 30 mark. You can see our 6 months of revenue and our 6 months of expenses in each of the following funds. You can also see that rainy day has moved, and that is because we did a resolution to pay for technology when received and pay ourselves back in rainy day. So that will, once we sell the bond and receive those proceeds, we will pay back that $126,128. And it will be back to the $982,981 in rainy day. Our cash flow for the education fund. Cash flow for operations. Debt service. Rainy day. Preschool. And our school lunch fund. We also have our investment report, which the top half is the checking accounts and the bottom or middle section is our short-term CD. You can see that one of those CDs was renewed into a 5-month CD. Typically, we do 6, 9, 12, and 18. The bank has allowed us to do a 5-month CD. This is due to the timing of when our next buses will be delivered. So we were glad that we could at least invest that into a CD for a shorter term, but longer than 3 months. And then our grant reimbursement totals. I would answer any questions on financials if you have them.
Have anything? So we'll move to school news.
All righty. Up first, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Lisa Bain. Lisa Bain is currently a 1st grade teacher at Hagerstown Elementary, but she is also one of the co-leaders, co-new sponsors of our Act One group. And so Lisa is going to share a little bit about Act One for us.
Thank you.
I could talk all night about this. I just want to be here all night. So quick backstory, Nettle Creek players brought a workshop to Hagerstown schools last spring, and I absolutely did not want to get involved at all. And I threatened Andrew Solis in the back of the room. I said, if you tell her I teach dance, I will disown you. And by the end of the meeting, I was totally into it. And once the experience was over, Michaela Granville, our music teacher, and I talked and said, okay, how do we make this become a thing? How do we make this happen? We took this ragtag bunch of kiddos, and you saw the production and you saw the names on the cast. it's much more admirable what we were able to accomplish with who we had. So and all the kids said, I don't want this to be done. I said, it's not going to. I will find a way to make this happen. So we are starting Act 1, our Performing Arts Club. You can see our objectives. I don't need to read them to you. Our biggest thing is that we want to encourage a lifelong appreciation of the arts for these students. This program is not going to be to produce professional dancers and musicians from Hagerstown Elementary and junior senior high school. That's not the goal. It's to create more complete human beings that are critical thinkers, creative problem solvers, have curious minds, and are going to lead enriching and productive lives. So we're going to set it up kind of like a lesson plan. That first semester is where we provide the instruction. We're going to learn how to put on a show. And then second semester, we apply what we've learned. So we're beginning right now with just monthly club meetings. We'll see if we need to meet more than once a month, then great. A reminder, since this is brand new, this is all on our volunteer time. This is not an official ECA. So Michaela and I are going to do our best to give our time to make this happen for our students. We want to make a goal to see a performance every other month. So first up, just in a couple weeks, 2 of our own Nettle Creek students are performing in Wizard of Oz at Richmond Civic Theater. So we've already organized reservation to go see them. Then in October, we are going to Newcastle schools to see one of their productions. And then in December, we're hopeful Hamilton is in Indianapolis. And so anyone that's able to go, we're going to try to take them. We have a possible idea that kind of came to us a few weeks ago about a fall showcase in November. We'd like to partner with another high school organization to put on dinner and a show, do a little musical review and show off some of the things we learned. Our biggest thing is we're going to have to raise funds for the spring musical because right now we're at $0. Since the players put on Matilda, they got the revenue from the show. So we are starting at 0. So thank you for your fast approval on our raffle ticket fundraiser. I quickly learned that I can't run this like no classroom and just do whatever I want. I have to ask permission. So thank you for that one. I wanted to give a heads up that you're probably going to hear from us a lot about fundraising approvals. It takes about $1,000 to buy the licensing and rights for the show. We are hoping that with the raffle ticket fundraiser that we're able to raise that and get the licensing and rights to Wonka Jr. And then right after that, our next school is down microphones. Braden Albert, our superhero in technology, got us 8 sets last year. We had 20 students participate last year's musical. I'm anticipating more this year. I want to make sure every student has the chance to be heard. As you can see, we're also going to work on raising funds for props and sets. We would love to have headsets because it was really fun running from backstage to the light booth to the house throughout the whole show. A headset would make that a lot easier. The spotlight that Nettle Creek currently has is all right, but we would really love to purchase a second one for next year's show, as well as what we're calling a gratitude and support fund. Maybe like Amy Faust, she says, I want to help paint sets. Okay, well, I want to be able to give Amy something in thanks. Family and Consumers Arts Department has already said, let us help with costumes. Wonderful. I don't want you to do this on your free time and you're going to have the material. So we want to make sure we have some funds in place outside of what is set for the spring ECA to do that. So some of our fundraising ideas we've already started. $100 raffle, we're going to do football concessions, t-shirt sponsors. February is National Arts Month, so we had plans to do a school-wide t-shirt fundraiser, like we do the Kindness Unity t-shirts in the fall, as well as business sponsor letters. And our dearly departed Liz Bryant is still going to help me write some grants because I don't have any experience with those. So we're very grateful for that. Next slide. So our plan with this monthly club, students will be coming to my room, there's a room called GI room, there's a music room, and each month we're going to learn drama and acting exercises. Of course, we're going to have dance regularly. That was some of their favorite part of the Matilda show. Learn basic musicality. We want to have STEM activities. I give a box of junk and say, you've got 10 minutes, build me some lollipops with this. And then use those things in the show in the future. We've also been developing educational games for learning theater jargon. We want to explore theater traditions, stage roles. I already mentioned exposure to musicals and theater history, and that's going to go right into our showcase. We want our students to be the MCs that night, and in pairs come and present each musical and tell a little bit about that. So, and we're hoping to maybe do some tiny excerpts at concerts and programs. Down the road, I would love to see this as a fusion program where maybe we get to do something with hype for indoor percussion, We get to do something with the band. Maybe we can do something with the cheerleaders at halftime, because the impact of arts can be integrated everywhere. So I just want to close with the idea that came behind Act One. So if you've ever seen a show, you have Act One, intermission, Act Two. Act One is your foundational part of the story. It serves as a setup, it introduces our characters and all the things that will drive the story forward. In education, we call that the hook, to engage the audience, engage the students, keep them invested in the lesson, or in this case, the story. So with any show, the goal of Act One is to get the audience to see what's coming next. And so I hope that you will be along on the journey as we develop Act One for future years. I have stepped away from the dance studio. My husband thinks I am nuts. A paying job, he likes to point out, I've done for 22 years. But that's to show I am very committed to making this happen. It's just a battle. I'll be back up there later. I'm sure I will. If enthusiasm and passion could run this program, we'd be great. But it's not enough. So you're going to hear from me frequently going, all right, got another fundraiser for you to prove a bond. But I wanted you to know what it's going for. So thanks for your time, and we hope we will see you at Act One.
Ms. Bain, I have a couple questions. First of all, anybody that knows you knows this is going to take off and it's going to be great. You've already started monthly meetings?
No, in August, we had our original one in July, and that was just what we call it the OGs, our original Matilda cast. I told them, this is our plan. Your job is to recruit one friend each for our August meeting. So yep, starting in August. I figured the building was coming this morning. All this.
And then parents, ones that want to get involved, they just call you?
Yep, we've been putting out an interest form via Parent Square and on Facebook. And that's probably going to be the main communication out of these meeting flyers. Because if it's like me, they end up in the bottom of that. Yeah.
You had my children, yeah.
Yeah. And we're going with grades 4 through 12. Although I have plans for our younger performers that want to get involved, possibly we can play with the start spring production, but they will not be involved in the entire thing.
Well, I am very excited. I think this is going to be a wonderful program, and you love theater, so I just can't wait to see what both of you do with the kids from here. So.
Very excited. If we screw it up, then there's always Act Two. So
I'm part of it.
Intermission first or no? I just want to thank Mrs. Bain for coming in to share this evening. I think this is so exciting. We talk about opportunities. We're a smaller school, but how can we continue to provide opportunities for all of our students? And this is just another example of hopefully reaching out to a different group of students who maybe aren't involved in something or really love the arts, and having an opportunity in our elementary to get involved in that and to continue to not only build their skills, but their passion and also their leadership and teamwork and everything that goes with it. It takes phenomenal people to say, I'm going to lead the charge, and I just appreciate that she has taken on that role, and it's going to be fun to watch this and support you along the way. So I will help you with grants. Shh, don't tell anybody else. If I can write them if you find them. So while Liz is busy and things like that, it's certainly if we can find grants, we'll help you in writing those to continue. Yeah, it's really exciting, and I appreciate your passion and enthusiasm for it as well. Any other thoughts, questions?
Excited.
Okay, moving on, other district news, and I hope you read some media publications because it's a very exciting time for Nettle Creek Schools. We're proud to announce exceptional student performance on the 2025 iLearn assessment, with results not only that lead Wayne County, but also surpass the Indiana state averages in key content areas. These achievements reflect our district's ongoing commitment to academic excellence and intentional efforts of its educators and leadership. Our performance highlights, we've put together a little graph for you, and that the purple is Nettle Creek and the blue is state average. But the top in Wayne County, Nettle Creek was the top in Wayne County for English language arts. It led all districts in the county with a 47.7 ELA passage rate, which is 3% higher than what we were last year, as well as above the state average of 40.6%. We had the highest ELA proficiency for older students, which is our junior, senior high school students, and posted the highest ELA pass rate in the county among other secondary schools at 52.4%. We were second in Wayne County for math. Nettle Creek achieved 44.9 in math proficiency rate, surpassing the state average of 42.1. We were the county leader in science with an amazing 65.8 proficiency. We led Wayne County in science by 12 percentage points or higher than the second place district. And then a strong showing in our social studies. Fifth grade students earned the second highest proficiency in Wayne County with 40% passing in social studies. As I had stated prior to, we as a district leader, I'm just extremely proud of number one, our students. It's amazing, but I'll tell you who prepared our students. It's our teachers, and our teachers have worked extremely hard in investing in weekly professional development, taking what they are learning during that time and implementing it into the classroom. It has not all been easy. It hasn't all been roses, but they have stayed the course and worked very hard. And our community should be so excited on what our students, but also our teachers have achieved this year in our iLearn data. So we are going to continue our efforts and our growth in school data and determined to build the momentum as we start working towards next year. That's all I have nope, I'm just kidding. I have a few more things for school news. State Fair Band Day, which is really exciting, is this Friday, August 1st, 2025. Our Golden Tiger Marching Band performs at 2:48 at the Indiana State Fair. Awards will be at 4 p.m. And we are hoping to make the Sweet 16. They have been on a roll in their showing so far. And so we are excited to watch them and cheer them on and hopefully make that Sweet 16 evening performance. Today, we had ELA grades 3 through 8 teachers in curriculum training, as well as building administrators and instructional leaders. We have new curriculum in ELA this year. And so we are really investing in supporting our teachers, getting their hands on that curriculum, being prepared to roll it out when students are here, and also our building level leadership and instructional leaders being able to support our teachers with that new curriculum. So we spent a full day in that training today, and it was fantastic. That is all I have from the district. I will turn it over to Mrs. Locke for elementary updates.
I'm super excited. We almost have a full staff. Just have one assistant position to fill. Very excited about working with these guys this year. Our back to school night is August 4th, from 5 to 6:30. So gearing up to get our kiddos in here and get acclimated to the building a little bit before we start the next day. And then the final thing I wanted to talk about is great hire with Mr. Chad Lieberman. He helped Mrs. Lieberman and I sit down and collaborate to, he wrote the grant. We worked together to put the idea of applying for the early literacy grant through Wayne County Foundation, asking for $6,000, which would then go for nonfiction decodable text, which would then supplement what we already have. We don't have a lot of nonfiction, we have more fiction. So, and then we also incorporated within that grant asking for experiences. So maybe asking Hope Environmental to come in and do presentations for the kids, mostly on animals. So.
It's an exciting time gearing up for the new school year. Mr. McCaslin could not be in attendance tonight. They are doing 7th and 8th grade parent meetings tonight. So I stopped up there before our board meeting and the entire auditorium was full, which is very exciting. However, he provided me that custodial staff have done a great job getting the building ready for staff and students to return. Athletes and band members have put in a great amount of work this summer, and we are still receiving enrollment requests, which is great for our enrollment numbers. That's all we have for school news.
Okay, thanks for all the updates and news. We'll move to board member reports, concerns, and requests for information. Start with Mrs. Houghton.
Just excited for school year to start. Really excited for the school year to start. And I hope everybody has a wonderful first day. I will. No, I love my kids. Don't get me wrong. I just hope everybody has a great first day. That's all.
Marcy. Sean.
Nothing to add.
Mr. Sankey.
I just out of curiosity, do the enrollment numbers for the elementary school, do you know how many total students?
Got one in first grade.
She sounds like me.
The numbers, I do not remember.
I think from a K-6, as we compare to last year, I think we're gonna maybe be about even. That kindergarten class is a little lower right now, but that's typical. I think there's possibility that there's 4 to 6 more that may be the same, but it could change. I'll be interested to see how the junior, senior high school ends up because there seem to be a lot coming in. I'll have enrollment numbers at August.
Yeah, because
Just
people
out of
like me,
curiosity.
I haven't done my.
Someone always asks me that every year, how many people go to your school? So I at least like to have that one in my pocket. Peace be with you in first grade. You got a set of blondes in there. They're gonna work you over.
Anything else, Cody?
I'm good.
All right, Mr. Bang.
Nothing from me.
All right, and nothing really from me either. Also excited for the school year. All right, I show no old business, so we'll move to probably the reason a lot of you are here. We'll move to personnel items presented for board consideration action. Ms. Schaefer?
Yeah, we have quite.
Every single one of those names?
No, I'm not. I'm not. You all can read them, but we have quite a few, to obviously at this time of year, filling all of our positions and things like that. We also have ECA changes, which makes the personnel report longer, and ECA volunteers. I would love to highlight a couple of them. First of all, we are recommending 2 Hagerstown Elementary teachers this evening, Olivia Detweiler and Joelle Wilson. We are super excited to have them joining our team. They're going to be great. When Mrs. Locke sent them over to me for a last interview before offering a position, I think Liz and I could have talked to them all day long. They're going to be great fits to the Tiger family, and we're excited that they are joining the 2nd grade team. Both of you, correct? Yes. So super excited on 2 great recommendations there. And also, I just want to point out, she's not here this evening and she probably wanted it that way, but that's okay. But the resignation of our director of learning, Liz, is moving on to take a specialist position with the National Institute for Excellence in Teaching. This is very exciting for Liz, but it's also very exciting for Nettle Creek Schools because the work that Liz has been doing, the work that our district has invested in, has really prepared her to be a standout candidate for that organization and for that role. She has been nothing but great as a Nettle Creek Tiger. She was an outstanding teacher. She was an outstanding master teacher. She was an outstanding director of learning and she was an outstanding thought partner for me. So I hate to lose her, but I also know she's on to really great things. And she will remain part of our school family forever. So the rest of them you can read, but I would present this this personnel report as proposed.
Right, and we will approve them as a collection unless anyone has any objections to that. So I'll take a motion to approve the
So moved.
personnel report as presented. Cody,
Second.
Sandy, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0.
Officially welcome. Congratulations. Okay, very quickly, so we can get you guys out of here. Yeah, Olivia, do you want to grab your girls? Joelle, we'll do you first. We'll do a family picture and then a picture with you, Belinda and I. Does one of you want to be the picture taker until we find a new one?
We forgot about that role, didn't we?
Welcome to the life of it.
All other duties as assigned.
Awesome, Belinda.
Make sure it's from here up. Yeah, you don't weigh your toe.
Congratulations, we're excited to have you. You do not just stay. Okay, so you have the rest of your days. Stand clear. They're super excited. Please come to the preschool. I'll come down and say hi to you. If you ever need a lifeline.
Congratulations. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining the team.
Yeah.
It's too bad she's not cute.
Can you smile?
Hey, Brandon, you got some experience in this. Let's go. You're usually behind the camera helping and Rachel's trying to get a smile. Little one looks like the Robinson.
What are we gonna be?
Yep.
People like.
Yeah.
He can ask me today, he goes, it's trouble saying how terrible I was. Some grandpa.
Absolutely.
How did you guys, the one that's married to the one that takes our pictures.
We're so excited to have you. Yeah, it's good. You don't say it's probably. I don't mind it. It's okay. But yes.
I want to shut the doors for you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Great year.
I don't think that comes with a stipend, sorry.
I know. And I have high expectations on what it looks like.
Okay, well,
Be cutting off heads.
my first time, give a little grace.
Pictures?
Yeah.
I was hoping that you guys would like do the Charlie Angel pose up there. Because that's what Betsy and I were talking about. Belinda was Olivia's teacher
Oh.
and now she's a teacher and, you know, so it's
Yeah.
like just
That's awesome.
seeing all of our kids come back
Uh-huh.
working. And hopefully we'll see their kids and their kids come back. I don't know. It's just, it's neat to see.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
All right, we'll move to other items for board consideration. First, we have recommendation and approval of a donation from the Hagerstown Park Board for a wheelchair swing to be purchased for Hagerstown Elementary School playground. And you want me to speak to it?
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I sit on park board as well. Several years ago, I can't remember what year it was, but there was a donation made from Everett Hampton to the park board. For the purpose of putting in a wheelchair swing at the park. Parks Department and the park board decided there wasn't a great place for that and a great need for it and asked if could bring it to the school board and use the funds here instead. So that's what we're doing tonight. There's the amount of $1,105 that is currently being held by the park board, and they will transfer that donation to us, and we'll put that towards a wheelchair swing when we have additional funds to go towards it, right?
Yep.
Anything else you wanted to add to it?
Liz and I looked it up and I can't remember. But we may have a, means to make up the difference here very shortly. So I will keep you posted on that. Yep.
Thank you, John. That was very nice of you guys.
We're excited because it is certainly a need. We want all individuals to be able to come to our ground and be able to have fun and interact with the playground. And so it certainly will be a great addition to our elementary school playground.
Anything else to add?
Mm-mm.
I'll take a motion to accept that donation as
So moved.
Cody.
Second.
Mike, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. Next, we have recommendation and approval of the Nettle Creek School student lunch prices for the 2025-26 school year. Mrs. Schaefer.
Yep, the PLE tool was created by the USDA to help schools calculate their students' paid lunch price increase requirement. There is a 10-cent cap on the raise on the weighted average price. The proposed student lunch price for the next school year is $3.40. The reduced lunch price will remain at 40 cents, and breakfast will remain free for all students. I would ask that you approve the meal price for all students of $3.40 for the 25-26 school year as presented.
Mrs. Schaefer, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mike,
Second.
Cody, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same way. 5-0. Next, we have recommendation and approval of the fundraiser for Act One. Mrs. Schaefer.
Do you want to do budget calendar?
I wrote that on the wrong space. Give me just 1 second.
Okay.
Next is item C, not D. We have recommendation and approval of the 2026 budget calendar, which is included in your packet, Mrs. Schaefer.
This is the first step in the budget process to adopt the 2026 budget. Amber and I will be meeting tomorrow to start that very monumental work to start to prepare for the 2026 budget. So I would ask that you approve this timeline as presented.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Sandy,
Second.
Marcy? Any discussion on that? Not all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. Now we have recommendation and approval of the fundraiser for Act One. Mrs. Schaefer.
Act One, led by Lisa Bain and Michaela Cranville, will be selling raffle tickets to a $100 Visa gift card giveaway. The adults of students within the co-curricular activity will be responsible for the sales. The funds raised will be used to purchase licensing and rights for the school musical Wonka Jr. and other materials. I would ask that you approve this fundraising request as presented.
Schaefer, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Sandy,
Second.
Cody? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. All right, next item is the first reading of board's policies that are listed there on your agenda, also included in the board packet. Please review those and come back to Mrs. Schaefer or ourselves with any questions or feedback for next time. And finally, we have items of information, and our next meeting is August 13th here in the LGI room at 6:30 at 7:24.